Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Monotype playthrough. We are here with our good old new team member, the Onyx that we picked up last episode. Last time we got to Oreburgh, went through the Oreburgh mine, met Roark, and got ourselves our next pseudo-steel type. This episode might be the first time that we actually get a steel type join our party, but we have one big goal in front of that, and that is the first gym. Sadly, we can't get any steel types before the first gym, but we do have a very, very easy gym ahead of us, because this is a rock-type gym, and we started with good old Piplup, which should be able to destroy the gym pretty easily. Might be able to evolve today. Sadly, once again, when it evolves, it won't be able to become our steel type. It'll still be a good old pure water type, but it will get us one step closer. And honestly, that's all we need right now. So we're going to go ahead, jump into things. We're probably just going to be focusing on Piplup mostly. We do have the Onyx if we need it, but it's more there as a backup if things are looking like they're going to go really badly, as something to swap into, rather than something to lead off the fight with. It's more there to give us a potion for Piplup. It sounds cruel, okay? It does. It sounds cruel. But Piplup is by far a more useful Pokemon for this gym than Onyx can be in like any situation. Don't get me wrong, Bind, incredibly good move at times. But the EXP share is there. We have no reason really to focus on using the Onyx as such. It'll get the levels passively. Plus, we might have to catch a Steelix later on if we can, rather than trade for an Onyx, depending on how early we can get a Metal Coat. If we can get a Metal Coat early, we'll see. But we might genuinely find a Wild Steelix before we actually manage to evolve the Onyx, which would be kind of funny in its own way, I suppose. It would be pretty funny. But for now, Piplup is our key. Piplup has the beautiful move Water Gun, and that's all it needs. Charm might be very, very useful against the Cranidos, provided the teams haven't been changed in this game, which I'm assuming they haven't. I'm assuming Charm is going to be pretty useful against the Cranidos, and then for everything else, we pretty much just click Water Gun. Not the most in-depth tactical battle that you'll ever see, but still, it'll get the job done. Bind is annoying though, and if this has Sturdy, that Bind damage is actually going to be annoying. But it doesn't have Sturdy. You fool. You messed up. Didn't actually remember if our Onyx had Sturdy or not. I'm sure I checked, but it's been a couple days. I had a whole internet changeover, which is why there was no stream on Friday. Elden Ring streams still in the works. There's a lot of PC issues happening. It does have Rockhead, not Sturdy, that's unfortunate. There's a lot of PC issues happening with Elden Ring at the moment, so I do have it on hold for the time being, until there's a patch that fixes it. Because at the moment there's a lot of stuttering and other performance issues and bugs on the PC release of Elden Ring. Just a heads up for anyone that may have wondered where that stream went. One, internet went out, two, Elden Ring has some bugs. So we'll probably do shiny hunting later on in this week, instead, in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Welcome, this is the Oreburgh Pokemon Gym. I'm Roark, the gym leader, but I'm but one trainer who decided to walk proudly with rock-type Pokemon. As the gym leader, I need to see your potential as a trainer, and I'll need to see the toughness of the Pokemon that battle with you. I have a Piplup. Piplup's pretty tough. He may look soft and squishy and lovable, but let me assure you, he will absolutely douse you with the power of a fire hydrant, and you will get shot into the air by just the sheer water pressure. It's not a fun time. It's not a fun time. This Geodude doesn't know, but he's already floating, therefore nice and light, easy for the water pressure to get up underneath. He's going into the ceiling. This Water Gun, bam, ceiling. This poor Geodude. No Sturdy, literally destroyed. You know, went through the ceiling, just like Team Rocket does, blasting off again. That's exactly what happened. Plus, double level up, which is always satisfying to the eyes. Extra special attack is always appreciated. I will happily take that. Onyx gains +4 defense. Our Onyx is going to be very tanky for anything that may be physical. Might genuinely be really useful against Granados, to be honest. But against an Onyx, we'll continue using Piplup, because obviously 4x super effective Water Gun is a 4x super effective Water Gun. No reason to really go against it. Sets up the Stealth Rocks. They know about my plan. They know my plan to switch in the Onyx. Sadly for them, I don't have a Sturdy to break, so it's not like it would get rid of my Sturdy or anything like that. I'm just going to Water Gun again. Is that potion going to be enough to full heal him? If it is, the Sturdy will be back intact. If it is not, then they wasted their opportunity. This Water Gun, bam, right on the noggin. Poor Onyx. probably going to happen to our Onyx at some point. It's just going to get bopped by a water gun. But for the time being, we are fine. Do we want to swap out for Cranidos? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. We have potions in the back if we need them. I think we just go ahead. I'm going to lead with a Charm. We are tied in level. Cranidos does have a very high attack stat. I think leading with a Charm is probably a good idea. Obviously, a crit would go through it. Oh, we're not playing the flinch game. Okay, even more reason to get off a Charm. We're not playing the flinch game. Leer? Okay, that's fine. Charm is more useful than Leer right now. Not to mention, if we get attacked again, which is a risky thing to say when there's a potential crit, but if we get attacked again, we do go into torrent range. And we do hit back hard if we go into torrent range. I'm willing to risk it. Let's just not get hit. No flinch. No flinch. We get through. Torrent boosted. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Everything calculated. Look at that. Look at that. A perfect fight for our Piplup. Everything has worked out. We get ourselves our first badge nice and easily. Other than that one flinch. That one flinch did slightly disrupt my plans. Okay, but we don't talk about that one. This is embarrassing. I went and lost to a trainer who didn't have a single gym badge. But that's the story. You were strong and I was weak. That's all there is. According to Pokemon League rules, I have to give you our gym badge since you beat me. The gym leader. It's your official Pokemon League Cole badge. He always says, you know, I can't believe we got beaten by someone that's going for their first badge, but he uses Pokemon that are not evolved, and one of the 8 has to be someone's first. It's that simple, really. This has got to happen on, like, a bi-daily basis or something. You should also take these two. 76 Stealth Rock? A Stealth Rock? It is Stealth Rock. I mean, we can actually put that on Onyx, which is something, I guess. I don't know if it's worth using, but it's an option. It's certainly an option. Incidentally, a TM will teach us move instantly, but it'll break when you use it, so be certain about it. We're gonna have a bunch of Steel types. I'm pretty sure every single one of our Pokemon will be able to learn Stealth Rock. It's whether we decide that we actually want it on the Pokemon or not. At the moment, probably would be better on Onyx than some of its other moves. For example, Rock Throw, because it already has Smackdown, which is just a more accurate version of Rock Throw. So, could be worth it, but at the same time, nothing has really like a full team of 6 at the moment to really utilize Stealth Rock. Plus, in a playthrough, it's not that crazy. Could be really useful later on if we ever fight, like, for example, Flint with his fire types. Stealth Rock might be really useful then because we'll have a bunch of Steel types and everything, and they'll obviously be weak to fire. Fud. Whoops, Carlos, you got the gym badge, huh? A town or city is the next place with a gym that gives away badges, right? But that's not where we're interested in. We're interested in a very, very nice little town before that called Floroma Town, and you'll find out why soon enough. So yeah, I went to Route 207, but you can't go through it without a bike. I made my team battle and toughled them up, so it wasn't a waste. So, I'm going back to Jubilife City. Next stop, the Eterna Gym Badge. 10 seconds before I dash. 9. Bah, just got time to count. Me, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam. See, it's that easy. I didn't battle these people. But you know what? We'll battle them on the way back. The reason I didn't battle them was to save time, but now there's a chance of us getting a Piplup, and I wouldn't mind having the evolution under our belt. Badu scares me. Badu scares me. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Okay, at level 5, it doesn't scare me as much. I was afraid for a second next. I thought it was going to be like level 8 or 9, but 5 we should be okay. An absorb from a Badu at level 5, 2 damage. We just brushed that off. That's fine. But while we are running back, I do have one more thing that I want to briefly mention. For anyone that may not have known, yesterday Pokemon did a special announcement, and that special announcement was, in fact, Generation 9, the new Pokemon games that are going to be coming out. A couple of people were speculating it was going to be like Legends Arceus DLC and stuff like that, but nope, we have Gen 9 starters confirmed, which I do want to put on the screen very briefly, because I do want to talk about them just a little bit. I don't want to do a full video on them or anything like that, but I do want to at least mention it, because, you know what? I'm actually kind of excited. I'll admit, 2 of them look pretty goofy looking. Two of them do look pretty goofy looking, as you're probably seeing on your screen right now. Okay, the Fire-type starter in the middle and the Water-type starter on the right, they do look pretty strange. At the end of the day, a Water-type duck isn't exactly groundbreaking or anything like that. I don't think that's really going to change too much of Pokemon, but Fire-type Crocodile interests me a little bit, and Grass-type cat starter. You may know, I like myself my cat Pokemon. For example, you know, Luxio, Espeon, two of my favorite Pokemon, number 1 and 2 respectively. So, seeing a cat starter makes me pretty happy. Is it gonna do the horrible, horrible thing that happened to Torracat? I really hope not. I really hope that they just don't make these starters humanoid. I can really, really hope. Especially with a duck, a crocodile, and a cat. Like, they already did the cat with Incineroar, okay? Litten was great, Torracat was great, Incineroar, you lost me. It was that simple. Hopefully this is a chance for them to redeem themselves, but the names, which I do have written down and I'm absolutely going to butcher, are Sprigatito. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it sounds funny like that, so that's exactly what it's called. Fuecoco and Quaxley. Quaxley I'm pretty confident in the pronunciation of, at least. I don't know about the others, but that one I feel pretty confident on. But obviously I will be playing Generation 9 when it comes out. I just wanted to show off the stars a little bit. Just for anyone that may have missed the announcement, this was like the big thing, I would say. There was a couple of other things, but this was the big thing. In fact, was there a couple of other things? I've already forgotten if there was other things. This was the big thing. So, good old Generation 9 stars have been announced. I'm still going through these fights. Okay. Alright. I really should have cleared these out on the way, huh? Alright, back in Jubilife City, we are ready to go ahead and get ourselves a little encounter with Team Galactic, our last thing stopping us from running up to Florauma Town and grabbing ourselves our first Steel type, as far as I'm aware. Unless there's a limit to them, in which case I might have messed up, but we'll see. Might have just given it away. Ah, Carlos, impeccable timing as always. These miscreants are babbling utter nonsense that I just can't stomach. Show them some manners, if you will. Oh, I'll show them some manners. Bad manners. Got 'em. Oh, Professor, must you be so difficult? We are approaching you strictly as businessmen. All you must do is provide us with your research findings. In return, we'll see to it that your assistant doesn't become collateral damage. Alice, let's battle together and teach these losers a lesson. A lesson in bad manners? That's right, we're not even going to eat with any forks or knives today. Straight hands. They're going to learn. Alright. Identical poses, Zubat and Wurmple. I have no idea which one is less intimidating, to be honest, but considering our teammate is a Chimchar, which I still, once again, am just drawn to the neck now. I wish I had never learned this, because now I can't look away from Chimchar's incredibly tiny neck, and it's weird. But Chimchar does exactly what I wanted it to do, and just absolutely bops that Wurmple with Straight Ember, which was a crit as well. Don't think it was necessary, but I'll take it. And we're just going to Water Gun the Zubat, might not KO, but it's fine. Absorb, how dare you. Getting absorbed again. This poor Piplup's gonna lose all of its life force. It's gonna be destroyed. But we, once again, click Water Gun, although Ember should do the trick. To be honest, we don't even need to be in this fight. The Chimchar could easily deal with both of them alone, but, you know, it's nice that they involved us, I guess. I'll take the free XP. Gets us a little bit closer to that Piplup after all. Why is this madness possible? This won't do. Time to retreat. Retreat to where? Show me your base location. Hold on, I want to start a raid. You leave us no option. We will retreat for now. Team Galactic is benevolent to all. We shall leave. Follow them. So they call themselves Team Galactic, do they? When Pokemon evolve, they seem to release some sort of energy. I believe it's a mystic power far beyond our control. But Team Galactic seems to be trying to harness that power for something. Anyway, Carlos, well done. You battled quite capably. Seeing you trainers battle side by side with your Pokemon only makes me more confident in my decision to entrust you with a Pokedex. We are never going to finish. Carlos, did you know? The professor studies the evolution of Pokemon too. According to his research, 90% of all Pokemon are somehow tied to evolution. I guess that means some Pokemon must undergo startling evolutions. Is that... If you were to genuinely calc... Like, how many single-stage Pokemon are there that only have one form? Because there's been a lot lately that have got new forms, especially like some of the old ones, like for example, Quillfish, Stantler, Pokemon like that were single before, and now multiple. 90% might be more accurate than ever, to be honest. Dunsparce evolution when? Whoa, what was that just now? That was amazing. Those guys looked awfully scary, but you sure so showed them. It was like a breath of fresh air. Anyway, the name's BB. I work as a system administrator in Heart Home City, east of here. Now, as thanks for putting on such a good show, I'll let you access Pokemon boxes from anywhere. Oh, okay, alright. I'll also give these ball capsules to you. Is it time to have some fun? It might be time to have some fun. You can customize your own capsule decoration by placing stickers. It's time to have some fun. We're gonna use some stickers, for sure. Can we do that just while we're out and about? We can! So there's no way they kept letters, right? Okay, there's no letters, but there is bubbles. Which I mean... Sure. That works, I guess. I mean, there's also rocks. So, I mean, these are going to be very simple. But honestly, I don't want anything too extravagant or over the top. Just a couple of nice little things. Like that, maybe? Alright, how do I now tie them to a Pokemon? Select Pokemon. Alright, Onyx, you're getting a fancy sticker. Piplup, you are also getting a fancy sticker. Congratulations to the both of you. You've done it. You've got some fancy stickers. Alright, with that out of the way though, we are ready to go ahead and move on and finally try out the Rock Smash, I suppose? I know there's stuff on the left, but I don't think it's anything that important. I'm pretty sure there's a TM that way, but... Alright. We obviously don't have a Pokemon with Rock Smash. Where are the Bidoof? Wild Bidoof helped out using Rock Smash. My new allies. The people. I was kind of hoping I would see a Bidoof come out of the ground, just like pop into existence and break the boulder in front of me. Just like a magic trick, like popping out of a hat. Like you open up like the sleeve on your arm and it's just like poof, Bidoof. I was kind of hoping for something like that. But alas, that isn't going to happen today, unfortunately, I guess. It is unfortunate. Regardless, we're going to go ahead, continue through. Once again, it's going to kind of skim past the trainers where possible. I don't think this one's skippable. She is not skippable. Let's have a battle while smelling the aroma of flowers. Do you use a Roselia? Or do you have a Badoo? Let's be honest, you have one of them. Badoo. As expected, you know. A lot of the aroma ladies in like all Pokemon games seem to really like Roselia, even though there's a lot of flower and plant Pokemon, but Roselia just seems to be the one they all pick for some reason. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just that they're the more memorable ones and the ones that I battle on my routes through games more often, or if people just really dislike the others and they just decide always Roselia. Not that I'm going to complain because we have Peck now, which makes this reasonably okay. And Cherubi, which was an absolute pain to find in Pokemon Legends Arceus, so now I can't look at it the same anymore. I can't look at it as just a fun little cherry. I can't. It's now just an annoying Pokemon to find. Cherim, on the other hand, I still have a soft spot for. I do. Can't even remember what game it was now, but I remember there was a Nuzlocke where I had a Cherim and a Groudon, and the Groudon would bring out the sun, the Cherim would then get the flower gift. It was a good pairing. I like that pairing. Goofy pairing, but fun. But with that battle out of the way, I do believe it is time... Unless there's another battle on the way, but I don't think there is. No, you're skippable. We're going straight past you. Is it time? You, my people, grant me the steel. I don't remember which one of you gives it to me. I gather you've seen a wishing star before. Would you mind taking this Pokemon? I think it would be perfect for you. Jirachi. I'm glad I clicked the right one, because I wouldn't want to have to release a Mew, because that would make me sad. But we have ourselves our Jirachi. What are we going to call the Jirachi? That's a good question. Jingles. It's being called Jingles. It's actually being called Jingles. That's for sure what we're doing. Alright, Jirachi Jingles has been added to our party. Bam. Get that thing on the screen. I wish you and this Pokemon the grandest of adventures together. That brings us to our first Steel type. This is the first one that's been available to us. It is a timid nature. It's not the worst. We can run it as a special attacker. It's not the worst. Plus speed is always nice. At the end of the day, if it does manage to learn Iron Head and Zen Headbutt and stuff like that, they'll still do what they need to do, because at the end of the day, Serene Grace. Serene Grace. You know what the plan is. But we have ourselves the Jirachi. I do believe that is going to be our first Steel type. It might be the first Steel type for a while, until we get to the Underground, or, side note, it might also be until we get access to Honey Trees, which would be immediately after this, because then we'd have access to Burmy, and if we can evolve Burmy in the right conditions, mind you, then we can go ahead and grab ourselves the Steel-type version of Burmy, or Wormadam I should say, and then we can use that as well. So we'll have to see if we can get the right version of that, because I need to look up how to actually, like, get the right thing. I think it's just battling inside of a building, but I want to make sure. Help, trainer, please, can you go get my papa for me? He works at the Valley Windworks, but the people dressed like space aliens are mean and won't let me in. Okay, well, I do think that is where we're going to wrap up this episode. I got to where I wanted to get to. We have ourselves our Steel type on the team, and I want to make sure that these are a little bit shorter, seeing as we're now also doing streams as well. I want to make sure there's something a little bit shorter for people to watch if they don't have as much time, and then streams for people that might want to watch for a little bit longer, so we're going to keep these to closer to 20 minutes per episode. But with that all said and done, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, bye!